Servus and welcome to Flo's German Kitchen. I'm Flo, this is my kitchen, and I show you how to cook the German way. It is still Oktoberfest in Munich, and of course I'm gonna do a Bavarian Oktoberfest classic. Today we're gonna make Obatzdn. Obatzdn is a Bavarian snack, and the name Obatzdn has its origin in the Bavarian dialect. In Bavarian dialect, Obatzdn means something like to mash something, to squish something, and to mix it. That's Obatzdn, and we're gonna do exactly that today with Camembert. If you can't get hold of French Camembert, take a brie or any sort of soft cheese. We're gonna need butter, we'll need cream cheese, a bit of chopped fresh chives, salt, pepper, paprika powder, and of course a good guzzle of Bavarian beer. Wunderbar, saugut. So we start with the Camembert and we chop it into small dice. That's relatively easy because it's very soft. Everything on this table here is at room temperature. That makes working all these things much easier than if they are straight from the fridge. And this doesn't need to be too exact, because it's not that you need the exact same size of dice, because later we're gonna do Obatzdn, and that's what we're gonna do with the cheese as well. For the amount, this cheese had about 125 grams. We take half the amount of butter, so that's a bit less than 70. It supports your digestion when you eat a relatively rich snack like this, but personally I just don't like caraway seeds, so I leave it out. But if you want the original thing, take a couple of caraway seeds and add it to the mixture. As I said, it's gonna help your digestion. So here we have the diced Camembert. Next we add the butter. And here starts the Obatzdn. You work that together. The pieces of the soft cheese get a bit softer, they get a bit smaller. You don't have to take off if you see that white stuff, that white peel, whatever you will call it, on the edge of the cheese. Never mind. It will totally mix in the whole thing, and add some, let's say, bite to that. I add some of the cream cheese. Yeah, let's just put everything, it's the right amount. No need to make a fuss. Now while we're working that, we can already add salt. That's really something you need to make to your personal taste. I like things pretty salty, so I add a bit more. Same goes for pepper. I just love peppercorn. And the thing you shouldn't miss to do is the paprika powder. This is about 1 tablespoon, and it adds a lot of flavor, and also it gives the Obatzdn a nice color. Yeah, and what you see here, that's exactly what Obatzdn means. You squish the stuff with the fork, mix it, squish it, mix it, and so on. So as you can see, that looks pretty dry and a bit like crumbles, and that's pretty normal because we've missed one very important ingredient. You know probably from earlier videos that everything works better with a good guzzle of beer. Great. And so it works with Obatzdn. I will take some beer from the bottle because from the big Maßkrug it's just difficult to get the right amount. Don't put too much. Just add a little beer. Stir it again. Yeah, it's already getting creamier, but I think a little more won't hurt. Yeah, that's great. Beer goes back to the ref. See you later. Now this got the perfect consistency now. It's still a bit stiff, but it's creamy. Perfect spread on a pretzel, for example. We're gonna see that later. So I'll clear up the table, I'll get myself a plate, and then we see how we can make an excellent Bavarian Oktoberfest snack out of that. I just took a little test bite and I realized there was something missing. I added just a little sugar because the Camembert is slightly bitter, the beer is a little bitter, and just to even that, I've added just a pinch of sugar. So what you do now is you scoop a nice pile of Obatzdn on the salad leaf. Garnish it with red onions. I love red onions, so I really put a lot. We add the chives. And everything looks better with a good wedge of fresh tomato. And also we have a Radiesel. I don't know what that's called in English. It's a Radieschen in German. It's a kind of a small radish that also goes well with Obatzdn. And of course the thing you eat it with is a good Bavarian pretzel. Now let's check out this wonderful Obatzdn. All I do is I take a piece of my pretzel, spread some of the This is so fresh. It's such a good snack. You put the spread even with a bit of onion. Makes it even better if you take a piece of onion with it. So this is a really wonderful Oktoberfest snack. If you don't want a really rich thing like the Wiesenhändel or a Schweinsbraten or something, you just want to snack something, this is a wonderful thing you can eat in a beer tent at the Oktoberfest or in any Bavarian beer garden. Or you can make it at home. That's what I recommend. Enjoy it, celebrate it. Cheers on Obatzdn. Not yet. Wunderbar.